Interest rates for 30-year fixed mortgages in the past week hovered around 7.75% in the best case scenario, with most lenders offering rates in the mid-8s. Additionally, it's that time of year when Portland's real estate market typically starts to slow down. Now, let's dive into this week's numbers and trends. Looking at the numbers, the average sale price for the week was $591,340, and it did increase by about 3% compared to the previous week, which is almost a $20,000 drop. It's worth noting, however, that we experienced a similar drop this time last year, and most every other year too. When compared to last year's figures, we're still up by 0.3%, maintaining a trend of relatively stable prices. The supply of homes available for buyers to purchase increased slightly by 0.4% compared to the previous week, landing at 5,590 homes for sale. Looking back to last year at the same time, buyers now have 0.75% more options. 514 new listings were added to the market last week. That number is a decrease from last week, which is totally expected for this time of year. We'll keep seeing decreases in the number of new listings until after the winter holidays. Price reductions have increased by 6%, likely due to current interest rates and affordability challenges for buyers. Buyer demand declined from the previous week's 481, with this week's 431 new purchase agreements. This decline is also typical for the season. However, combined with last year's 529 agreements during the same period, it's evident that interest rates are influencing buyer activity. The current interest rates range from 7.75% to 8.5%, sourced from Kate Dickman at Wells Fargo. For reference, the average rate for the 30-year fixed last October, according to the Freddie Mac survey, was 6.9%. There hasn't been a significant change in the number of bank-owned homes and pre-foreclosure homes on the market. If you recall, a few weeks ago, there was a slight uptick in notices of default, the first step in the foreclosure process. However, this past week, I observed only 6, even lower than the already low numbers we've seen. There's no foreclosure crisis. Stop it. As for interest rates in the coming week, it's hard to predict. The yield on the 10-year Treasury, a key indicator for interest rates, has been really volatile lately. Rates started the week relatively high, then receded on Monday and Tuesday, only to rebound on Wednesday. As of Thursday, they were showing signs of receding again. As of Friday night, Wells' best case scenario is 7.625%, and it's likely that interest rates will probably remain in the upper 7s and low 8s next week. Join me next week for the latest updates on our market. Please remember to give me some love on the video. If you haven't already, follow this channel and click the notification bell to stay up to date. As always, your likes and shares are appreciated, and if you know someone in need of insight, let them know. Have a great week. I'll see you here next week.